Bob Venn at the Champlain landfill on the what was the McRae Road. We don't know what it's going to be called later.
Convenience station.
The convenience station. And we were looking at this morning's paper, and Calvin said, let's go up and see what this recycling program's all about. We came and talked to Leslie Burl, and who's popping in as we're here, this man right here, John Zerlo, our legislator, and also you're on the commission. Or the committee?
I'm on the Solid Waste Committee.
Solid Waste Committee. How did you know we were here?
I want you to understand that I had no idea you were here. There's my car. It's full of clear glass. I came to dump my clear glass, and I was surprised to see you here. That's the truth.
And how come
I haven't dumped my clear glass yet?
It's the 18th of February. How come you're not at school today then?
Well, we have this week off because of the holidays, the birthdays, and maybe a few snow days that have built up.
Okay, and you've had nearly...
I'm not going to question
it. Wait, and you've had nearly 5 weeks steady of work, right?
I'm not going to question it.
Hey, you had nearly 5 weeks steady of work. You needed a vacation.
That's right. The brain needed a rest.
All right. Well, we're waiting for Leslie. He's running the crusher, sending the material that was filling up there. He'll be over here to see us shortly. But we want to show you this new addition to the landfill, and I guess this is going to be at all landfills. I'm sorry, it's not a landfill, it's a convenience station, Calvin reminds me. We have this big unit that has 4 compartments. Corrugated, newspaper, milk jugs and other plastic jugs, and tin cans. This is brand new, right, John? Now, how many of these do you have, John?
There are 9 convenience stations in the county, located all over the county to serve the residents of the different areas. So we purchased 9 of these, and we also purchased 1 for each landfill. 1 for Moores, 1 for Osable, and 1 for Schuyler Falls. And I believe that in the bids we approved 1 extra one for a spare. These cost close to $70,000 total for the whole package, which I believe was 13 of them, 13 containers. So they run around 66,000 plus.
Okay. If you saw our program here, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, you saw how they load this whole thing onto the back of a truck and bring it to another location and bring an empty one here to replace it. And this is right on the tarmac on the north side of the landfill. And it's divided right here. There's a division here, and there's a division between each of these 4 sections. And it's brand new, and we didn't know about it until we saw it in this morning's paper. And let me just see what it says here. It says that there will be an interim recycling program beginning February 24th. That's
Monday.
Next Monday, and will end August 31st, and mandatory recycling on September 1st. Yeah. What do they mean by that now, John? This is a trial period?
That's right. What we have now is a new cold storage building that was erected recently. We're going to have the grand opening of that on the 24th at 2 o'clock. We're going to have an opening of that cold storage building.
And where is that?
That's in Schuyler Falls.
Okay.
That's located on the Schuyler Falls landfill site. And because we have the cold storage building, we're going to use that as a mini MRF. Now, a MRF is a materials recycling facility that should be up around June to the tune of about $3 million plus. And inside the MRF, we have balers that's going to bale the corrugated, it's going to bale the newspapers, going to bale the tin cans, so on and so forth. But with the cold storage building that we have completed now, we're going to use that as a mini MRF. We do have a baler in there. The baler is working fine. And that's why we can get into this voluntary recycling situation right now. It's kind of a practice situation, you might say, until fall when it becomes mandatory by state law. So we can accept more now. As you know, people were asking, when can you take this and when can you take tin? Well, we can do it now because we have the facility to bale it in Schuyler Falls.
Okay, you guys have to have a name for everything. Now you got MRF.
MRF is a materials recycling facility.
Okay, come on over here, Leslie. Leslie Burl is a director, I guess, of the convenience station here at
I'm a garbologist.
You're a garbologist, okay. And we came up to see him, and this guy just pops in. He tells us, "Did you call him? Tell him that no, you didn't call him."
He got a hold of it somewhere.
I'm just a good politician,
environmentalist. I wanted to get rid of his clear glass on the day off.
You just happen to pop up whenever you can get a few votes. That's what it is.
Well,
here.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay, okay. John Zerlo, a representative, of course, for Area 1. And I guess in your area there would be at least, no, I beg your pardon, there are 4 or 5 convenience stations up here. Champlain,
Ellingburg,
Altona, Moores, and Chazy.
Moores is the landfill. But we do have one of these at the landfill.
Okay. All right.
The landfill is still operable. We were granted an extension until September to operate the Moores landfill.
Okay, now let's start from the end right here, Les. Corrugated cardboard. What are we going to put in here?
Well,
cardboard's a very ambiguous name.
Like this one here.
Okay, so it has to have at least two sections. One corrugating, which is the liner board, and then the fluting inside. The ones that are in the in and around the liquor containers only have one side at liner board, then they have the fluting. Most of them have liner board on either side with the fluting in between, like this. And when it looks like this, you can throw it in. If it's the flat board,
if it's only like this
cannot go here.
It has to be landfill.
Cornflake boxes can't go in here. Shredded wheat boxes can't go in here. That's not the kind. That's
I hope
not.
we don't confuse the people. I mean, this is what we're talking about. If it's like this,
This you can't throw
this box is fine because
because
does have the fluting.
it's got layers. All right, and you got these.
About the shiny one, John, you said?
The shiny one, sometimes meat markets or whatever might have corrugated, but they have a wax coating on the exterior. If they have the wax coating, they have to be landfill. They cannot
Okay.
go. They cannot be recycled.
Means you got to pay and throw it in the bin.
And also, we talk about color. Sometimes you have corrugated that's green or white. That's fine, as long as it does have the fluting.
Okay, that's the point is you have to flatten it. We don't want full boxes in there. Flatten the box, and in this case here, it would have been nice to throw that in two pieces, baby. Just slit it up here, and it won't fill up quite so quick. These are going to fill up quite a bit. So that's for corrugated cardboard.
As long as they're flat.
Not cardboard boxes, corrugated cardboard, all right? In it goes. Look.
Fit the hole, too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's got to fit the hole. Newspaper. Okay, let's go over to newspaper.
Newspapers.
All right. Newspaper must be newspapers, not the shiny advertising like you're going to see in there. In other words, not your Sears, your Wards, your Ames, those type of things are not supposed to go in here. That's part of your landfill.
Right.
This is only the black and white regular newsprint type paper. No staples. Don't throw little pamphlets in. TV guides, no.
Except I might add, Bob, that several times a year, certain areas like Peru has done a wonderful job. I think there's a church group there in Peru that has shiny paper recycling day.
That's mostly magazines, though, isn't it?
Magazines or any inserts.
I'm a magazine collector. I'm going to have to go there and help them pick that stuff up here.
Probably clean them out.
Yeah. Okay, you just saw inside. Calvin just showed inside.
Brown bag.
Okay. No plastic bags inside of with your paper.
No string.
No strings. Don't tie it. Just if you bring in a plastic bag, empty it and bring your plastic bag home. Brown bags at this time are available.
We might as well state at this time that you should try to eliminate bringing your papers in a brown bag. They should just be thrown in there
Paper.
separate. We will allow that until mandatory recycling in the fall, but you're going to have to eliminate the brown bags in the fall, so you might as well start getting used to it and eliminate the brown bags now, because the baler just can't accept those, and the people who buy the baled paper won't accept the brown in it either.
Okay, nice and clean. These doors will close. They will latch here. That goes down inside like that. Nothing can fly out. It's not going to be. You got to go. The flat part's got to go in the back. All right. So it's all set up here. That's why he doesn't work at the convenience station. See. They didn't teach you that at college.
That was at a bad angle.
Okay.
Flat side in the back.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing to it.
All right. Now the next one.
Jug.
Okay, we're into the. It says milk jug.
Clear plastic.
Well, we call that.
Having an argument here.
We call that. The hazy color. There's a name. There's a name for that. To make it more.
This cloudy.
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 Is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
All cloudy jugs are acceptable.
Right.
Cloudy jug.
Except the color ones. I think you see some on the
Right.
ground here.
Okay.
Those are not acceptable.
These are not acceptable. The kind that you do with your soap and all of these here are not acceptable here.
Fill material.
All right, that's landfill. You can cut it up, do what you want for
This is
landfill.
fine. Let's get this one out of
Take
there. That one's
take
fine.
the cap off, all right,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to crush them, not throw them in this way. Bend it down like he is.
They crush easy. You step on
Okay.
them and they go down
Don't
real
even have
flat.
to step on them. That's fine.
All right, there you go. See, that makes it. It'll take twice the capacity that way. All right.
If you take the cap off, they crush pretty easy.
The air comes out.
Okay, now you're talking these cider, water. What are the vinegar you say comes in some of
Milk
those?
jugs, water
Milk
jugs,
jugs, any
cider
cloudy
jugs.
If you look inside, you can see how most people have it. This is brand new today in the paper, you know. So they'll have to learn. We hope you people out there will do this correctly, so that Leslie won't have to come out here and give you a demerit. and they won't have to tell you. I think maybe telling people once or twice. And I suggested they have a little sign across right in front of here, say crushed milk jugs, flattened milk jugs. You want it flattened. These, no. In here, tin cans, again, crushed. And what did you find out from Laura this morning?
Well,
you talked to Laura Petropolis?
There's been some question about what to do with the lids on the tin cans when they're being crushed. And a lot of people thought that if you took the ends off the cans,
both ends,
and stuffed them inside the can and then crush it, but that is not an acceptable practice, because once the tin cans are baled, those lids have a tendency to fall out, and it's dangerous, and they're all over the place.
And they're sharp. They cut your head.
That's correct. So what they suggest is that when you cut your can, you leave a little hinge and then fold that lid back into the can before you crush it.
Okay. You'll also notice that none of these have been crushed, or very few have, because they don't know yet. We hope you people out there will crush them and take the labels off. You can leave the labels on the bottles, but take them off the can.
Rinse them out too.
Rinse them out. Yes. Yes.
There should be no food residue.
No.
You know, this is a complete change, but it's something that my mother and John's mother has been doing for years.
Right.
My mother used to always clean her trash before she sent it to the to the dump in the old days. You know, she used to always rinse, and she'd cut up her papers and make it small and so forth. And that's what we're going to have to be doing from now on, right?
Well,
we're talking money, right, John?
Well, the money is trying to establish a landfill, because the life that we lead, the fast lives, the fast foods, and we just make a lot of waste, and we just can't landfill all of that waste anymore. There's no room, there's no land for this purpose. So we're mandated to get recycling in effect to reduce it. And I think you saw in today's paper that we want to reduce recycling by 50% by, I believe, 1997.
Right. We hope to see a 30% reduction by 1993. But that's only if people participate in the voluntary program. Main recycling building will be completed in July and will be located at the Scholar Falls landfill. If you haven't thrown your paper away yet, go back and look at last Tuesday's paper, February 18th. There's an article. I would suggest you cut that out. And remember, here in Champlain, the landfill is open every
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All right, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday open 9 to 5.
9 till 5, Saturdays 8 till 4.
Okay, the same thing, and the landfill in Moores is open the same 4 days, 9 to 4. Not open on, it's open on Saturday. Altona, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to 4. Chazy is open on Wednesday and Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to 4. And Ellenberg, a few people out there may be watching that go to the Ellenberg landfill, is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 to 5, Saturday, 8 to 4. And we hope you all have as nice of people that work there as we have here. Leslie, always got a smile on his face, and you get your stickers here, or one of the stores have them.
Several stores.
The Village Hall has them in the village office. Grand Union's got them.
Most convenience stores got them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you come on Saturday, you might see Kurt Fineff here.
Okay, Kurt comes in here on, and that's when it's busy here, right?
Very busy on Saturday.
John usually comes on Saturday, but because he's off this week and he heard we were here, he popped in today.
Oh, I didn't hear you. If I knew you were here, I wouldn't be here.
Our representative, well represented, he's following a person that for many years was very, very cordial, close to his people, Larry Paquette, and now we got the same type of person with John Zerlin, and we're very thankful for that. We people in your area. Absolutely, John, you know how I feel. I like to kid you a lot, but this is the third surprise we've had along the way where someone pops in when we didn't expect it.
I hope you could control about 7,000 votes, Bob. I think I'd never have a problem.
If I could control 6 or 7 votes, you would have a problem. I'd take your job. Okay.
One thing before I leave.
The tinfoil. Yeah, there's tinfoil in here that should not be thrown in here. Tinfoil can be thrown in the metal bin?
Tinfoil is landfill.
Yeah.
Okay. Landfill or the metal bin?
Landfill material, really.
Landfill it.
Landfill it. Okay, now remember, you can also throw your metal, your big pieces of metal, your big pieces into the metal bin that's open here. There's no charge for that. You only pay for what goes in that crusher there that says no burning barrels, no ashes. Over on your right, you see 5 barrels or 4 barrels where the clean glass goes. We're going to go show you that up close. Anything else over here? Tell us what happens here when this leaves here.
When it leaves here, he'll fix this.
He loads it on this end.
He'll hook up a cable from this end and slide it on the truck. They got rails on the truck.
Right.
And to dump it, he's got to open the.
Show us that.
one
Go over
bin
here
at
and
a
show us.
time.
Go and show us how that's going to work
It's
here.
called a roll top container.
Okay, show us what's going to happen.
Well, to dump this one here, the first one, he's going to have to open this door. It's on hinges.
The whole door will open. The whole back end will open.
With that lever, open this back door, and dump this first bin.
Oh, now wait. Now, in other words, the truck will be right up in the air. It'll fall out.
Right.
Okay.
And after that one's dumped, he's going to pull these pins. There's one on each side.
Right.
And there's a door in there on the hinge that'll, when it's up in the air, it'll tip, the door will go this way, and then this one will dump out.
Okay, that'll go. The tool will empty then, right?
This is going to be the paper.
Okay.
The second one's going to be the papers going out.
Okay.
And then when they want to dump the milk jugs, they got to do the same thing again. Pull these pins, both sides, and there's another door, and it goes on and on.
And remember, because that one's still locked, the tin cans can't come down until they open that one. And they'll empty each 4 into 4 separate piles.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and that's on each side.
Yeah.
And then when they bring the new one, they pick up this one and bring it
Yeah,
right
they bring another
to Scholar
one.
Falls.
They bring an empty one. I think they're going to have an empty one when they come to pick this one
I
up.
believe so.
Yes.
That's right.
Take this one and leave an empty one.
They can't leave you. They can't leave. That's right.
Okay,
They can't leave you without a facility.
That's right.
for the future, John, you just talked with Laura Petropoulos. You said that this milk jugs will go in with the tin cans eventually?
Okay, a lot of questions. A lot of people have been questioning. Maybe you can see better
Yep.
this way. We have a container for milk jugs and one for tin cans. We don't have the sorting capability at this point at the cold storage building to separate milk jugs and tin cans. But when the MRF is in operation on September 1st, we will have that capability at the new materials recycling facility. And then at that time we will combine milk jugs with tin cans and we will separate them in Scholar Falls at the MRF. This container will be available for clear glass as well as colored glass. We will be able to combine brown glass, tinted green glass, clear glass, all go right in here together.
You won't use it.
And we will eliminate the barrels.
barrel.
I'm sure that Leslie will be made available with 3 or 4 barrels in case we have an overflow.
Okay.
But this container is quite large, and I'm sure that probably will meet the bill. Probably would meet the bill.
Okay. Any ideas at all, Calvin? Any questions here? Oh,
The only thing I would like to, in today's article, it said that this convenience station would, I shouldn't say today's article, last Tuesday's article, it stated that, which is today. We have to understand, I'm not in the TV business,
We're
right?
doing this on the 18th, so
On the
it
18th,
happened on the, okay.
Today's article said that you could bring yard waste here. We have no facility for yard waste here at this convenience station. All yard waste has to go to Scholar Falls.
I got to drive to Scholar Falls to get rid of my leaves?
That's right. That's the only facility we have, unless you have your own personal compost pile, which perhaps you should think about creating.
Or maybe I'll find myself a match.
No, you can't burn in the village.
Well, it's all right, but
No composting at Morris. No.
we're going to have to get the village of Champlain to
Villages are getting into it more and
Rob
more.
Despoint is into it. Maybe
they're
Champlain
getting
can get into it.
Everybody is cooperating so well. I mean, I think this whole recycling program and its voluntary stages has doing a wonderful job. Look at right here.
Yes.
This has only been here a few days.
Yes.
And look what you've got
We're
already.
starting to get stuff in it,
So
right?
I don't think, at least in the northern tier, I think that we're really cooperating. And
Friday late.
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Got here last
All
Friday.
right. Now, you've noticed a big change, though, since we started to pay to put your garbage, of the number of people that come and how often they come, like me. You don't get half the business you got? Do you get half?
We used to send 2 bins a week, and they estimate at 8 tons apiece, I believe. And now we're down to 1 bin, and it's not full when it goes.
Well, we're not
For the whole week.
getting any less garbage. Where's this garbage going? Where is this trash
Well,
going?
they're
Any idea?
recycling a lot of
Recycling? Okay.
recycling a lot of stuff.
Very good, Les.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
Okay.
People are
You take,
recycling. and
you
that's the
take
point
your
of it all.
glass, your cardboard, your papers, your tin cans, and your jugs.
Yep. They take a lot
What
of
do you
space.
got left? You got your metal bin,
Yes.
you got only garbage left.
So
Right.
that
For the
confirms what
hopper.
I'm saying. I think people
Yeah.
up here are doing a wonderful job.
Okay. And we appreciate all you're doing that, and it's a lot of it
Cut down
is
half.
Yeah, cut half, and a lot. Of
It'll
course,
work. The
that's
system
because
will
of
work.
people like Laura. Laura has been the big mover
Well, you
behind this.
can't help but like Laura. She's a wonderful girl, and she's doing an outstanding job. And she was hired 2 years ago by the county. She's a graduate of Plattsburgh State and in environmental science, and has really taken hold of this program and has done a great job. And I didn't say that she has Solid Waste Committee has approved her $80,000 budget for 1992 only for education. I know she's going to be doing some advertising on hometown cable, and she's going to be doing some on the local Plattsburgh radio stations and television station, and newspaper advertising, and this all an attempt to educate the people of the county. In addition, she is working closely with Cooperative Extension, and I am proud. I'm really proud because I enjoy that type of work. I've been selected to meet on an advisory board with Cooperative Extension to help in education and educating the people of Clinton County to get into the recycling and which ways are best and so on and so forth. So there's going to be you're going to see a lot of advertising and workshops and so on and so forth to get people oriented to this program.
Who's on your landfill committee? Can you name them off?
The chairman this year, replacing Don Garrett, who did a fantastic job. I can't say enough for what Don did for the 2 years that he was chairman of the Solid Waste Committee, because that was the infancy of it all,
Yep.
and he brought it along until we had a lot of public hearings and so on and so forth. He did a great job. This year, the chairman is Jay LePage, a representative from Peru, Keysville area. I am on it. Susan Castine from Area 3 is on it. Nancy Dufresne from Area 4.
I think so.
I think she's Area 4. And who else?
That's four.
That's it. It's four
Okay,
man,
four of you on it.
person
Okay.
committee. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go over and take a little break, go over and look and see what we can talk about the glass, show you the kind of glass and the dirty jars not to bring. We'll be right back. You're watching Hometown Cable. Tonight, this is, I don't know if it's part of what's going on here or not, but at least I'm here. Bob Venn and John Zerlo and Leslie Burrell, Calvin Castine, as usual, with that camera on his shoulder, which is starting to get ingrown.
Let's have a strong shoulder. Huh?
These are the metal barrels. They've been here for how long, would you say, we've been picking up glass here? A year?
Oh, yeah.
And you're getting a lot of this, right? You get a lot?
Quite a bit.
I think John just mentioned that...
4 or 5 barrels, see, that don't belong in there.
Don't belong.
Any tinted glass.
Okay, tinted glass don't belong in there at this time.
No.
Now, you can leave the labels on, take the covers off.
Just
All right.
rinse them out.
Rinse them out, take the biggest. Now this, you can see, have not been rinsed out, and that's not the kind that should be in here. It just takes a minute when you empty it to put water on it, and it's gone in no time.
Right.
And then you can throw it here. You don't have to take the labels off. This is clear glass that can go here. They expect, there's another dirty one, see? And he has to go through this if he sees it and throw it into the landfill.
Throw it in a hopper.
Okay, so that they're getting now, John just told us in the beginning, Champlain was in the low when they started to do this on a voluntary basis, but now they're third, right behind Plattsburgh and in Peru. We're getting a lot of glass in. We thank you out there for doing that. Everyone you put here does not go into the landfill, correct?
We're getting 5 to 7 barrels a week.
That's a lot of glass.
Yeah.
That's a lot of glass. Okay, anything else you want to tell us here? Don't put the dirty ones, don't put the caps, don't put the tinted glass.
No tinted. A
Tinted
lot
at
of
this
people
time.
throw window panes in there. They're tinted. They
Okay,
don't want that.
you
They
can't
want-
do
for
that.
now, anyway. John says when it comes to the point, they'll have colored glass in with the...
Okay, so you're saying here this can be glass, not jars. It can be any kind of glass, as
Any
long as
kind
it's clear.
Right.
Any clear glass, no plastic. And be careful, don't break them if you can help it, because we asked them if you're broken, they could hold twice as many.
Yeah.
The problem is they can't put them on the container to move them out because they get very, very heavy.
You can hardly roll them, put them on the tailgate.
Okay, we've got 7 here and they're all filled today.
Right.
And they're waiting for the man to come and pick them up. Anything else, Les?
No, I think we've covered it pretty much so.
This is our second or third time up here to see Les, and the very well operated and very well kept convenience station. And Les is out here. There's a lot of area to pick up. He's been out here with this morning, cleaning up, make it easier for you people. This is an automatic. The motor for this is on his 2 legs, right, Les? And inside he has a little bit of heat. He can stay in there, and he runs the compressors from inside. And you got a telephone, right? Thank you very much for watching Hometown Cable. You've been at the Champlain Convenience Station and hearing about the recyclables. Thanks very much, and don't forget when you come up, say hello to Les.
Thank you.
PST Kisber pays the tax at 6763 St. Hubert Street, Kisber.